Hello you, thank you for coming back to the Crypto SA channel. My name is Jose and I'm here to talk to you about Bitcoin. And not only, I'll try to be real quick here to be able to go through the main indexes at the American economy. Okay, long story short, we have the long-term trend lines here that if you don't know about, please go to the previous videos in English where I explain about them. They are from the beginning of Bitcoin's history, and we're gonna be bearish until we flip above this white trend line here, which is the first one that's working as resistance. Can we come retest this before we start dumping back again? Yes. Can we dump all the way down from here before retesting this line as well? Yes, we can. Are we more prone to just like flipping bearish all the way down or retesting? I think we might retest this line again, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so let's go straight to the main levels here for Bitcoin, and the levels are as such, you know. As you know about my colors here, I'm using this gray color here to denote the monthly bullish resistance. Of course, the actual bullish resistance for the monthly is here at the 67.6, the top of the rectangle, and the bottom here, the 62.5, you know, so it's around the same area here. That also matches the weekly, which is this magenta one, the weekly resistance, and this is not a bullish resistance. The bullish actual bullish resistance for the weekly is the 78.7, so we're quite far from it. But this is the bullish resistance for the daily, you know, the 67.6 on the top here of the descending broadening wedge. Why am I still somewhat bullish for Bitcoin? Because we're within a bullish pattern. So this pattern tends to break to the upside, and that's exactly how it works, you know. That's exactly how it works, and we consolidate and we go all the way up again. If we come down here to retest this lower trend line, I do think we're more prone to the 33% chance of this pattern breaking downwards. Okay, and we have some bearish variables here to talk about. The first being the fact that this orange block right here is the daily neutral range. So as long as we're below this region here, we're bearish on the daily, as well as if we're below the bottom of this magenta rectangle, you're going to be bearish on the weekly. So we came here to retest this lower support here for the weekly, which is good. I'd say it's good. Are we forming any kind of bullish divergence? Somewhat, if we consider this a straight line. And yeah, no, actually it's a straight line as well. So it's not really a bullish divergence on the daily. And we need to, we've been to this place before where we went below this this region here and flipped back above, as you can see here. So can we stay here for a couple of more days and go all the way up? Yes, I do think so, and I will tell you why. And so far, yeah, I think these are regions worth watching, and I'll keep only the daily and the weekly bullish levels there for us, and also the flags here, the price tags here, so that we might use them later with the Fibonacci's, the retracements. And that being said, what about the 4-hourly? The 4-hourly is not looking that bad. We have the stochastic all the way down in here. The day, no, this is the daily. Sorry, this is not that bad actually. That's why I think we have a chance of going all the way back up. And what about the 4-hourly? We also have the stochastic down in here again, and we do have, in this case, a bullish divergence. And where is the bullish divergence? From here to here, and from here to here. It is a bullish divergence on the 4-hourly with 3 touches. That's what we need. It seemed very bearish here. It is somewhat bearish the main EMAs, we are below, not only the 8, we're above, but we can't go above the 21, the 100, and the 200. But I do think now we're more prone to come retest this upper region here, especially because if you see this pattern, we have a bullish pattern here that is this descending broadening wedge, right? This is a descending broadening wedge. We can't deny we can start the wedge from here if we want as well. So it is a descending broadening wedge either way. And descending broadening wedges or downward sloping channels, if we want to consider this a parallel channel, diagonal, it also breaks to the upside. And I do think that the main targets are here around the $61.6 thousand range, and we might actually come to this region here, the white line from the long-term trend lines, to retest this trend line as well, this region. Okay, and let's get to the fibs so that you understand. I'll actually keep these ones so that you understand how I think what kinds of supports I think we have at the moment, right? And we can delete these this descending broadening wedge. And that being said, again, let's go to the fibs. I love fibs. So the first and the main fib for us, in my opinion, is the one from this top to this bottom here. And in this sense, we kept the support, we held the support of this $56.7 thousand range here, the 382. So this is a very important support that we held, and I think this is worth watching, as well as this resistance right here, which is the golden pocket resistance. And it's not for nothing that it's very close to the regions that we are considering the main resistances as well. So, and here the 883 is what? Just on top of the daily resistance, the bullish daily resistance. So that's very interesting, to say the least. You know, the other fib that we have to consider is this one right here, from this bottom to this top to this bottom right here. And in this case, it's even better. Have a look. The dump from yesterday came all the way down to this spot, and I'll put this one in dashed lines. And this is the actual golden pocket region as well. See how we're like in very, and the 883, look at where the 883 is the very top of our last attempt to come all the way up here to the $65 thousand range. Okay, but let's just not consider the 883 to this point. And we have the third, which is from this top to this bottom and this top right here. And in this case, we're holding or we're trying to hold the 382 one more time, and I think this is the most important for our local possibility of flipping bullish from here. And that being said, what if we actually go bullish from here? What are the next targets that we might consider? And I think these targets are right here, and they have to do with the possibility of breaking through this resistance, right? And in case we break, like if we simply break through this resistance somewhere in here, let's say here, look, it's exactly the 382, the very top from where we could go all the way up to, for example, the 98, the $100,000 range. But I do think this is very reasonable for a breakthrough of a breakout of this pattern here that tends to break to the upside, and that is holding so far the main levels of support. You know, some people think we're very bearish. We are somewhat bearish, but we didn't lose this last low right here. You know, so it's much like working a lot like a double bottom. And from here, from this point to this possible top is 46%. Even if we just come here, retest the daily resistance is 17%. And if we come to the weekly, 36. If we multiply that by 5 or 10 on leverage position, and this is a nice stop loss from here. For example, if you enter a position with like a 4 or even like a 3% loss, this is like a 30% possible loss, 33% to a possible, let's say 180, 300, or even 450%. It's good risk reward ratio here, to say the least. Okay, so I think for now that's all I have to tell you. I think it's pretty reasonable, and let's just real quick come here to the Dow to see how the Dow worked at yesterday's dump. We held support at the golden pocket for this fib here, this trend-based fib, which is good. It's a good retest after the resistance of the 883. You know, what about the Nasdaq? We also held a very important support, and we're fighting against this monthly bullish resistance. We held support here in the RSI as well. The daily RSI stochastic is also positive so far. Okay, so I think this is very important. What about the S&P 500? S&P came close to the 0.5. It performed better than the Nasdaq, and kind of like worse than the Dow, but still it's good. So it's the same. Stochastic is looking good. Same here, it's looking good here for the RSI. Also, now are we with like a bullish divergence? Not really. We're not with a bullish divergence on the 4 hourly, but that's not what we're looking for at this moment. What about the weekly? Does the weekly have any divergence so far? Yeah, not really as well. If we come all the way down here, no, yeah, no. But still, I think we have a good prospect from here. The DXY had the resistance of the 0.5, this fib here from September top. Actually, it's not from the September top, but from the May of 2021 bottom to the September top of 2022. So 0.5 fib here as resistance, but we do have a bullish divergence on the weekly to watch. Can we stay here consolidating for a little while? Even can we just come down in here to retest the 382 and go all the way up again? Yes. Can this be like the few days or month of room for an upside for stocks and Bitcoin? Then we have a dump through the recession period and the dollar goes to the sky, to the moon. Yes, that's also possible. But I think this was enough for today, and I hope you enjoyed the content. So far, we're not doing that bad in here, although we had this bearish engulfing candle on the weekly. Let's see how we're going to react. And we have the main 8 and 21 EMAs as resistance at the moment. One more reason why I think we might come here to retest them at the 60.3. Okay, otherwise $45,000 here at the EMA 100 is a good bet. And so far so good. For the RSI, we have the same. And I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope it was good for you to be here. Please like, subscribe, comment down there. And if you have any doubts, and if you want to join our Telegram channel for premium signals on longs and shorts, depending on the situation of the market, contact us. When I am the one who sends the messages there. Come to send a DM and I'll talk to you in private. And we have different plans for people on our premium channel. Okay, it was good being with you, and I hope you enjoy the content and come back in the next one. See you again later. Bye bye.